I'm rich? I'm rich? Yeah, is that a mirror on your sleeve, baby girl? Because I can see myself in your arms tonight. Because I'm rich. I'm rich. What's going on, guys? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘵, and I truly appreciate you for being here with me. So, ignoring all that horny stuff from the Kardashians, Hex is definitely going to make us rich. You can actually look to the top right of the video up here somewhere where I give a description about Hex and how amazing it is and everything about it. But now we're actually going to have a price prediction for the next 1 month, which is probably when Pulsechain is going to be released. Another price prediction for 6 months from now, another price prediction a year from now, and another price prediction 2 years from now. Okay, so because Hex has already been out, the growth is going to be very strong, but it's not going to be as ridiculous. It's not going to be as monumental as Pulsechain or PulseX. So to start off, I believe we are going to go to the all-time high. So let's go to Hex. We're going to go to the all-time high because right now the price is 14 cents or so. And a month from now, or let's say that worst case scenario, Pulsechain comes out a month from now. That means that the end of May 2022, it's going to have a all-time price of its highest ever of about, let me see, 1 year. It's going to have an all-time high price of about 50 cents, okay? Because you see right here, the all-time high was 51 cents. So let's just say that the all-time high is going to be 50 cents, okay? So that's a month from now, price prediction. In order to do the price predictions for 6 months from now, or from a year and 2 years from now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some amazing people on Twitter. The first person that we're going to look at is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘦. You can follow his actual Twitter name right here. It's at 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘦 on twitter.com. He talks about how there's a converging wedge that happened between June of 2020 to May of 2021. The support started off as the resistance in June of 2020, right? And then now it's the support in May of 2021. And then then there's a new resistance that started in October of 2020, and it hit the resistance again in January of 2021, and then it hit another resistance again in May of 2021 again. All right, and then as soon as that resistance happened, as soon as the merge collapsed so strongly, it shot straight up dramatically, all the way up to about October of 2021. It went from, and by the way, this is a Hex to ETH chart. This is not a Hex to USD chart. So it went from how many zeros is this? 0.12345 zeros? 45.0004527 to 0.00015. Okay, you can look closer to and look at this Hex, right? Look at this status right here. Look at that status, and you can see how much it's actually going to be worth. So it just shot up that straight up, that high, and then it is now going through another converging wedge again, where we have resistance at 0.0015, and then another resistance a few months later, and then another resistance like around here a few months later, and then there's another support too that happens around here. This is just a good estimation. Technically, the support should be like right here, but they want to do a support up here because they want it to converge properly. So as another support like right around here, and now it's going to shoot up. Right now we are in the end of April 2022. The idea is going to shoot up dramatically from here. So how dramatically is it going to shoot up? Well, to do that, we're going to look at another tweeter, another person on Twitter called Axis Alive. Go follow him also. Axis Alive shows how we have forgotten the reminder. How could I have forgotten to remind everyone of the power of the 3 taps? What he's talking about is that anytime the resistance is tapped 3 times, so resistance tapped here, and resistance tapped here, it then shoots up dramatically. Okay, so resistance tapped here, and resistance tapped here, and then it shoots up. Although this one is not as dramatic as the last ones, but then we go through resistance tapped here, and resistance tapped here, and then it shoots up. And then we have resistance, and now it's going to shoot up again. This is May of 2022. Okay, so it started off the resistance in about December 2020. And then it does the same thing 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? All the way up to now, April of 2022. Okay, so what I did was I did some calculations of this. I calculated the average growth of these 3 taps charts. I did the calculations 3 times. Again, this is a connection of Hex versus ETH. Right? So this is not Hex versus the US dollar. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. Okay. So for the first calculation right here, you can look at it yourself. It went from 0.0. Let me move this a little bit over here. It went from 0.0006054 to 0.00034. That's 4 zeros. 0.00034 hex hex per ETH, right? So that's ETH per X or whatever. But that's kind of difficult to explain. What I'll say is that it went from 1.85 million hex per ETH all the way up to 29,400 hex per ETH. This was an increase of 62x, okay? Then it did the same thing again of going from 87,000 hex per ETH all the way up again to 29,400 hex per ETH. Notice that both of these are 29,000 hex per ETH, okay? Then it went down again. It went down from about 87,000 hex per ETH. Again, notice that 87,000 and 87,000. It's not exactly correctly 87,000 hex per ETH, but they're very close enough. So I just decided to tap in 87,000 hex per ETH. So right here, it went from 87,000 hex per ETH in May or June of 2021, and it went all the way up to 6,250 hex per ETH. This is when it hit its all-time high. Okay, it hit its all-time high in like November, October of 2021, right here. And now it's going all the way down here. Pretty much what it is, 14 cents. Okay, so don't worry about it. I'm going to do some more calculations in the future, right? So I'm going to show you the calculations. Right, so from here to here in the first pump was a 62x. Okay, from here to here was a 2.9x, or about a 3x. And then finally from here to here was a 14x, okay? 14x all the way in about October of 2021, the last time that it was at its highest. When you take 62 plus 2.9 plus 14x, you add them together and you divide it by 3, you get 26.3x, okay? So, and the time difference between about February to about June, and then from November to December, and then May to September, kind of sort of, and then this to the next time it goes all-time high. The average is about 6.66 months. So I'm just going to take an average and say that it's going to be about 6 months between the all-time low to the all-time high. It's a very rough estimate. By the way, these are all guesstimations. These are not accurate. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just really good estimations. So the difference between the all-time highs from all-time lows to the all-time highs is about 6 months. Okay. And when we did that difference, I have all these notes right here. What I did was I then took the average increase is 26.3x, right? Because the increase on average, it grows about 26.3x every single time it goes from its all-time low to its all-time high, or its new all-time low to its new all-time high. It grows about 26.3x, okay? So the thing is, because this growth is in a reducing parabola, so it's not going to constantly, look at how my mouse is moving. It increases, but it increases in a slowing down parabola. It's not going to always increase 26.3x. It's going to increase 26.3x times 1/4 every single time. So to make sure that it never goes below, because sometimes when you keep multiplying the number 26.3x times 1/4, it's going to get to a point where it's under 1 in the value. So what I do is I multiply 26.3x times 1/4 plus 1, okay? So when we do that for the first time, it's going to go, so for the 1 month, I said it's going to grow 1 month from now. The all-time high is going to hit its all-time high 1 month from now, worst case scenario. So that's about 50 cents, okay? To estimate what it's going to do 6 months from now, so now we're doing the 6 months prediction. To estimate what it's going to do 6 months from now, which is October of 2022, I take the 26.3x and I multiply it times 1/4. Then I add 1 so that it never goes below. It never goes below 1 in value. And when you do that, we get a value of $3.68. So I believe that is going to be $3.68 in October of 2020. It's going to be, it's going to be $3.68 in October of 2022. Now, this is not my final 6-month prediction from now. This is, I'm going to go to another website called StakeHex today. StakeHex.today to give you an actual value, okay? So just keep in mind that $3.68, okay? Then I estimate that a year from now, we're gonna take that same 26.3x times 1/4, okay? Because the power of its 26x growth is going to reduce by 75%, AKA 1/4, right? That 26.3x times 1/4 is 7.57, and then we're going to multiply that, and then we're going to add 1, and then we're going to multiply that times $3.6 or $3.68, and we're going to get a price of $27.87 in April 2023. So my guesstimation of, I have a guesstimation of $3.68 in October of 2022 and a guesstimation of $27.87 in April of 2023. I take that same multiplication, I multiply 7.57, which is, I multiply 7.57, which is 1/4 of 26.3. Remember the 26.3 at the beginning? I multiply 27.57 times 1/4 plus 1 equals 2.89x. I take that 2.89x, multiply it times the $27.87 that I guesstimated before, and then by April of 2024, my guesstimation is that hex price is going to be $80.60. Now, this seems kind of high. Maybe I'm going too fast. My math is really, really high, but I'm really, I'm kind of a moon boy with my math. So to bring me down a little bit, to make me calm myself down a little bit, I'm going to look at StakeHex. Now, StakeHex is an amazing website where you can do your guesstimations of how well you think that it does a really good calculator of how well it is going to do in the future. So I took a screenshot of this before. So let me reduce this. Let me blow this up. Right here, we see that right now the current price is about 14 cents. So this is in April. You see 2022, April. We have an estimation of about 14 cents. Okay. This then takes an estimation, has an estimation of $1.02 October of 2022. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our $3.68 that I estimated based on my previous calculations, based on these calculations. I'm going to take my $3.68 and I'm going to add it to the $1.02 that StakeHexToday.com or statehex.today said, and I'm going to add them together, and I get a, are you ready for it? I have a October 2023 guesstimation for a hex of, that is my guesstimation of what, or my estimation of what hex will do. I then look at what, okay, hold on. I then look at what is it? Statehex today. I then guess what Statehex today, and then I take my own estimation of what I get from these Twitter charts. Remember, I had a value of April 2023. My value, my guesstimation was $27.87. I added to the Statehex today's estimation of $5.92. I added together, and my official estimation of April 2023 is $16.90. Okay, $16.90. And then finally, I'm going to take my Statehex today prediction of April 2024. It has an estimation of $30.31. And my estimation, remember my estimation before, of $80.60. Add them together, divide them in half, and we have a final estimation of April 2024 of $55.45. Okay, so that's my good estimation. I'm telling you all this because I thank you. I love you. I want you to go back and look at all this crazy math that I'm putting together. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.